Hey guys, welcome to Clutch Anime. This is actually the first episode. Yeah. You ready, James?
I am.
Alright, well, as you guys know, I'm Jeremy Doolin. This is my special guest, James Hayes, one of my best buddies. How you doing, man?
Relaxed. Feeling great.
Are you?
I am.
You look a little high right now.
Oh, I'm stoned, baby.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Well, hey, what's awesome is my frames keep on dropping on my video, so we're going to try to make this work right now. But so, yeah, I got a lot in store for you guys today. Got one of my best friends on my YouTube channel, plus my podcast. So I'm very, very happy to have this happen right now. It's our first episode for Clutch Anime. If I haven't said that, just said it again. So a couple things that we wanted to do today on this beautiful day is, I'll give you a brief description. So today we'll be introducing my best friend James Hayes, getting to know him a little bit and what he is and how he ticks. So that's going to be very interesting.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this the whole week. I have. So also, we are going to do a little bit of a snack testing. We actually called this, if you brought a snack on a dungeon raid, what would it be? I don't know if you guys have ever, seen some of the animes with their titles, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon or whatnot? So we kind of did a little bit of a spin-off on that, but for our snacks.
Never wrong to pick up women anywhere.
Oh, is that right? Oh, man. I wouldn't know.
My favorite's the amnesia ward.
Oh, yeah.
You tell them you were married beforehand.
Okay. Well, anyways, back on track. My frame just dropped again, so I'll have to work with that. But anyways, also we're going to talk about the live action adaptation of Fullmetal Alchemist, which is going to be great here. Let's get
Not for Fullmetal Alchemist.
Not for full. Yeah, right. I was kind of mixed on that, but we'll get there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So James, I wanted to introduce you a little bit. Let the fans get to know who my best friend is. So I have a couple questions, and the first one is, what's your favorite anime?
Right now it's gonna be Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix.
Okay, I like that. I haven't seen the ending, but I've seen the beginning. Yeah, and I thought you were gonna say like Future Diaries.
That's a great one.
You
but
kind of introduced that one to me.
Yeah, that one's pretty high up on the list. But I mean, just Meliodas and Bond and our boys and just had loyalty, man.
Yeah. Well, okay. So second question, what's your favorite game, man?
I mean, there's a toss-up between Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64.
Nice.
And then, you got Final Fantasy X. So both of those are my two favorites. I can go back and forth on any one either day.
Nice. Me too, man. You picked some of my favorite games. Yeah. I think we even chilled a couple times and played Zelda just together.
Yeah.
But third question I have for you, if you're playing your favorite game, what character would you be?
If I was playing my favorite game, I probably want to be Link.
Okay.
Just that adventurous spirit of his, destined to save the day.
Who doesn't want to be Link?
Again.
Who doesn't want to be Link?
People with bad taste.
I know. Exactly. That's the correct answer, my friend.
Yeah.
That's why we're best friends. So, I know what console you play, but what kind of console do you play?
Well, I really love getting down with PS4, but I mean, I play them all. I'm not too picky.
Let me tell you a story about my friend here. So, at his job, of course, they had mini computers while there were administrative blocks on them. This guy right here found a way to actually get through it and play Zelda at work.
Gotta love those emulators.
Oh,
Use keyboard and mouse to beat Ocarina of Time and Smash Bros.
Oh, this guy literally will find any way to play his games, even at work. Like, it just blows my mind.
No better feeling than getting paid hourly to beat down Ganondorf. So
Right. All right. So last but not least, this is the last question. What's your favorite music? Like, what do you like to listen to?
Oh man,
when you're
all
playing
day,
games?
every day, it's classic rock.
Classic rock.
I
All right.
love my CCR and love my Doors.
Very nice. So, all right. Well, I feel like I know you even more now. Yeah. You're my best friend now.
Yeah, we soul bonded there.
Yeah, we did. I felt it. So, we're going to move on to the next segment, which is probably going to be my favorite one. We're going to go ahead and start the next segment, which is called If You Brought a Snack to a Dungeon Raid, What Would It Be? And we have one here. An actual friend from Korea actually sent us a snack, and it is called Potato Snack. We kind of already opened it. We just wanted to see what it looked like before we put this in our mouth. I mean, who doesn't open up something before they put it in their mouth? They kind of smell it and
Depends on how drunk I am.
fondle it a little bit and, caress it on your lips. Am I going too deep? Am I going a little too much with this?
Not far enough.
No. All right, guys. I'm going to show you a little bit of the graphics here and what we have going on. So it's called Potato Snack. And it looks like we got these two little characters maybe dancing together. What does that look like to you?
They're just saying, hooray, we're being eaten.
Yeah, we're about to get deep-throated.
Some happy little bastards.
I'm gonna eat these little bastards. So, on to the next thing. So we got potato snacks. Let's go ahead and rate the graphics that are on it. What would you think? Like,
I
1
give
to 10?
those little potato guys a nice 10.
Like a 10? You like, yeah?
Yeah, they look
Why?
pretty joyous and happy that they're about to be eaten.
What's that clanking noise?
I have no idea.
Are you playing with yourself?
I am not.
Okay, that kind of sounds like it, but dude, we're doing a podcast, right? I'm just kidding. All right, so I give it honestly like it's friendly. Looks a little bit like Hello Kitty, but in a potato form. I mean, like bloated potatoes. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 for animation there. They didn't do too much. Simple, sometimes good. So, all right. So we're gonna smell this and rate it. Okay, I smelled it. What does that smell like to you? Like a gym bag?
Like veggie sticks.
Veggie sticks?
They smell healthy.
Veggie sticks. Dude, I love veggie sticks.
They definitely don't smell like they've been cooked in a lot of oil.
I know, right? These definitely don't smell unhealthy. Smell very healthy. All right, so smell test. I'm going to give it a 5 because I really don't know what to think about this.
I'm going to give it a 4.
4? Okay.
I like the oil. Diabetes.
Nice. Diabetes. You definitely look like you got diabetes, bro.
Thank you.
All right, so taste test. Here comes the favorite part. Get to eat these snacks. Hold on. I got get it up real close to my. All right. I see what we're working with. It's not bad. It's very healthy though. Koreans eat healthy.
It can use some of that aforementioned oil.
Yeah. Kind of has that Pringle vibe, but in a straw form. Like a potato straw form.
I feel healthier just eating one.
I usually eat chips with my mouth closed, but these just make me want to eat them with my mouth open like this. All right, I'm done with that. 1 to 10, what do you think?
I'm going to go with a 4.5. They're pretty bland. Maybe if they had some different flavors,
Yeah,
they could be better.
yeah, like a sour cream. I like sour cream.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, or like some cheddar.
Some barbecue.
Ooh, dude, you are high.
I am. You gotta
all
love
right.
that wax.
All right, so. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah,
It's too healthy for me.
I know it's too healthy for you, man. I'm gonna give it a 6, and the reason for that solid 6, is because I like Pringles. Yeah. But anyways, so overall, what would you rate this snack?
4.5.
4.5. Man, just the experience itself, knowing the crunchiness, and it's easy just to grab out of the bag and just like throw it in my mouth, and I get to chew with my mouth open, gives it more of an experience. I'm gonna give this an 8. I'm gonna do an 8. Yeah.
I need a different flavor. It's just too bland for me.
Our needs are so much different.
I'm complex, man. What can I say?
I know. Yes, you are. I bet you if there was McDonald's on the front, you'd be like, oh yeah, baby. Give me the whole bag.
I'd be at 12.
You give me a 12. Fucking McDonald's nerd. Alright, so I'm going to give this a 7 because I'm going to eat these later. Yeah. You know, I'd take these on a dungeon raid. I would. What about you?
They'd be that extra food I'd take.
The extra food you take? Dude, how much food are you going to have on you during this dungeon raid?
Depends on how high I am.
Alright. I should already knew that. Alright. Putting those away for today. I like that. So, hey guys. I want you, if you can, if you want us to taste your snacks that you have from wherever part of the country or continent or U.S., wherever you're from.
World,
there we go. Send it our way. I will put my address, which I should have thought this through. I should have had a P.O. box open. I'm going to give you my address to send these snacks to my land for us to try on our next podcast and YouTube channel video. All right. So it will be in the description of this video. We will rate it, seriously rate it, test it, and yeah, it'll be on our next episode.
Make sure you send snacks and not murder him.
Yes, please. And my computer shut off. So yeah, send them our way, please. And yeah, we'll even do a shout out too for you if you want. We're more than happy to do that. We'll let them know who sent it. We'll only say your first name for your safety, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're going to take a break. See you in a little bit, guys. One time. All right. Now that we're fueled, welcome back to Clutch Anime with my bestie, James Hayes. I'm Jeremy. All right, so we're going to move on to our next segment. I'm going to put those away. You got to save those for later. All right. Gotta flip my notes. You know me, I got to take my notes. All right. So, I'm just going to start off by saying, spoiler alert. And for you guys, I'm just going to do the courtesy of saying that, even though, the damn movie's been out for how long?
Like 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Man, we're late. So, for you damn bastards that want to comment, oh, I spoiled the movie or the anime.
You can get over yourself.
Pretty much. Alright, so. Alright, Fullmetal Alchemist, the live action adaptation. It was very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I know you want to blast it right now. But let's not be that podcast, because from the majority of the YouTube channels I was watching, I'm not that kind of person where I want to start out with the bad. Let's start out with the good. All right. I know you probably don't have anything good to say, but I'll start out with a couple things. So, I like the graphics. For some reason, like, it was very appealing to me. I know with all of the transmutation circles and all the stuff in the anime where, they were conjuring, you know, elements and stuff like that, I think they captured it very, very well. Like the CG, is that what we call it? CGI?
Yeah.
I feel like there was too much, but they had to do it because, I mean, that's pretty much what the whole anime was about. So I thought they did very good on that. And that's what kind of captured my interest.
I won't give it too hard of a kicking, but I feel like they definitely had to go with the CGI to overcome the shortcomings of some of the actors that they chose.
Yeah, I think they were Japanese, right? They look Japanese, actors, which I understand. It's made by a Japanese artist and whatnot, so you kind of have to have your own kind, portray the characters of your anime, which I understand that. I have no problem with that. I just know that Japanese in their culture, they think light skin complexion is beautiful. So a lot of the animes that we read about or watch, the characters are very light skinned, look a little bit different than being Japanese. But that's just my perception on it. But going back to the graphics, so CGI really, really grabbed my attention. The reason why I say that is because if you watch the anime, I know you did a little bit of it, the anime shows a lot of creation, which, out of thin air matter. So I can kind of understand CGI on everything, pretty much. It's kind of like Marvel. You got a lot of people that have, superpowers and supernatural actions going on. So CGI kind of has to come in effect on most of that stuff. But it really, really grabbed my attention when, he wasn't doing the, what do they call it? The transmutation circle, which we all know that Edward doesn't have one. He just can do it out of nowhere with his automail. So yeah, graphics definitely a plus for me in the movie. What do you think? Do you like the graphics?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, definitely had some beautiful scenes. Definitely liked a lot of the CGI around Lust.
Lust? Oh yeah, Lust. Yeah, man, those fingers were pretty creepy, weren't they? Oh my gosh.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so first of all, a lot of you fans that don't know much about Fullmetal Alchemist, Fullmetal Alchemist kind of evolves around the Elric brothers, two brothers, which are very young at the time. They kind of dabble in creating or bringing back their mother that had a condition that made her pass away, and the dad was kind of out of, not there for them. So they really wanted to bring their mother back. So they used a transmutation circle to kind of resurrect their mother, which was kind of creepy. Yeah, it was kind of creepy. Of course, in the anime, I feel like in the anime it was kind of a little bit more grotesque than the actual like live action remake of it, because you just kind of see when they resurrect her, and you kind of see like a ghost arm and it falls and she just like gasps and she's like kind of disfigured. But in the anime, you kind of see like a gruesome side, like her skin melting and whatnot.
It just didn't do the scene justice with the mildness to it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand, when you make a live action adaptation of an anime.
Yeah, you do have to kind of deal with the ratings and everything.
Yeah, you're kind of catering to the young because, everybody's got Netflix and Hulu and whatnot. So you kind of have to watch what you put on there. But I felt like they could have gone just a tad bit more on it, actually. So yeah, that's my kind of view on just the graphics and everything. So I really like the wardrobe. Yeah, the robes that they're wearing, the military outfits, was definitely key with the alchemist. So I really enjoy that. They're very, very dead on with the design, character designs. The automail arm, of Edwards. What'd you think about that?
It was cool. I felt that it could have been better, but...
Do you think that was CGI too, or was that something they actually built and had him put over his arm or something?
I'm sure there was a little bit both to it. Probably had something on his arm and then touched it up with CGI effects.
Yeah. Can they do that?
That's how they often do it.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so I thought the automail arm was like dead on, pretty badass, because not only in the anime, when he gets into fights, he destroys his automail, his arm, and then, of course, you have... okay, so I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm horrible with names, especially Japanese names. I think a lot of my anime fans can say that. But what was the lady's name?
Winry?
Winry? Was it Winry? So her character, when she kind of came in, was kind of, I would say, a little over the top, kind of goofy.
I felt they didn't do her justice. They made her a little too helpless side character in it. Mm-hmm. And definitely at times she was overacted in trying to bring about that kookiness that animes will have.
Yeah.
Like when they were sitting there with dinner at Roy.
Right.
And they're having that little face stare down. And like they did everything shy of just doing like the crazy face looking with CGI.
Yeah. I definitely got that
corny.
feeling too. Yeah. They didn't really capture the characters' quirkiness and how they are in the anime itself. They left a lot of that out. I also felt like they left a lot of Edward's emotion out towards his brother. Yeah, he was in there, beating him because his brother, felt like he didn't care about what happened and him being in an actual night suit. His soul in a night suit. But I felt like they could have captured a little bit more during that whole storyline in the actual live action remake. And when they didn't do that, it kind of felt like kind of half-assed it. It's kind of like, oh, we got CGI in there. It's going to make up for, the character development and also the lack of emotion that should be in there. But also, like, I kind of understand with the anime itself when you're watching it, a lot of Japanese, actors or Japanese that do the actual voicing of the anime are a little bit more passionate. And when they say things, they show a lot of emotion through their voice when they're voicing a lot of these characters. And I feel like when we got the dubbed version, it was kind of like, just what the hell?
They took it out. Like,
yeah.
They wouldn't be able to convey that.
Yeah.
It was just monotone, it sounded like.
Exactly. So I feel like they just didn't... Oh, man, we're
too
talking about the
robotic.
negative. We're talking about the negative. Let's go forward with a little bit more of the positive. So I might be crazy, but the revealing of the Chimera, is that how you say it? The Chimera? Kamara, yeah. When they Shao Tucker, who is a alchemist that deals with trying to get animals to talk or whatnot. So a little bit of his backstory. He is so infatuated with trying to keep his state alchemist license or his badge. Do you know what it was?
Yeah.
It was his license?
Yeah.
So
be a state alchemist.
Yeah, to be a state alchemist. And he was so infatuated with it where he actually used his wife to actually transmute into an animal so it can talk, so he can actually keep his alchemy license, which was freaking crazy. Like, how did he not love his wife? I mean,
I know,
like, dude, what the hell? Like, I can't believe you would do that to your wife. But I mean, sometimes, I'm married, but like, I'm not gonna get rid of my wife like that. I mean, come on.
Not turn her into a frog.
I know, right? Damn. So, he goes, the state alchemist, who's infusing, humans with animals, uses his own daughter with his own dog. Like, that's so messed up, dude. So
should have been a better child.
Yeah, so I thought it was really interesting though to see the Chimera actually talk, and they got it dead on with the anime, like dead on in the way it spoke to, even with the English dub. It was dead on, and I freaking loved it, dude. Like, I was like into it at that time when they showed this Chimera. So yeah, That's pretty interesting. I guess we can talk about the bad now, because that's the only good I got out of it, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. You want to start? Oh. What didn't you like about it?
I mean, definitely my biggest problem with it wasn't a good plot to follow.
Yeah.
I get that they're trying to condense 60-some episodes into 2 hours.
No, it was the first 13 is what they try to condense into the movie. Yeah, because if they forgot about so much. Like, you had Scar that they forgot about.
Right.
He was really big in the first 13 episodes, and I was like, well, where is this guy? Like, is he not in this? Or are they going to bring him in on the next movie, which they are talking about doing? Because to be honest with you, there is some room for them to make a sequel. But they did forget about some main characters, which kind of surprised me. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Scar would be my biggest issue of him not being in there.
Right.
I like the way that Scar is, and just it was so disappointing to not have my favorite character.
Right, yeah. He has such a huge impact. If you guys don't know much about Scar in the anime itself, Scar is actually a guy that is going after state alchemists because they killed his family and his whole village, pretty much. It was kind of like a genocide. Is that what you call it? A genocide?
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally picking off state alchemists, and his skills are on like a whole different level. Like, no one can compare to him whatsoever. So if they would have just introduced Scar just in a little snippet in the live action adaptation, it would have took this movie a whole different route.
Right.
It would have made it totally different.
Like you were saying, they're talking about making a second one. I mean, they could have at least hinted to him or, included him somehow to get fans excited.
Exactly. And I don't know if there was like maybe a small clip in the credits that I missed, but if there was something that I missed, let us know. Like, comment on our YouTube channel. We'll definitely look into it. I know maybe on some of these topics we might be a little bit off, but that's what we got out of it, which, I know everybody's perception on something could be totally different. But, yeah, they left out Scar. Another thing, James, get out the wigs. Hand me a wig. The blonde wig. I cannot get over freaking Edward's wig, dude. Like, what the hell? What's up with blonde wigs? Hold on, I gotta
it's just a little too band boyish for me.
Yeah,
what is this, K-pop?
Alright, we gotta get the blonde wig. Okay. Alright, so in respects to Edward, in the live action adaptation,
his character design was just so poor for me.
It was, dude. But the wig stood out, and it messed with me during the whole freaking movie. Dude, I look tight. I got the mustache and the blonde hair. My gosh, check this out.
Man, I was just expecting him at some point to say MAGA.
I know, right? Damn. So, out of respect of how corny his hair was, I'm going to be wearing this blonde wig the rest of this podcast. As you guys know, if you're on the podcast, I literally put on a fake blonde wig, and I look exactly like Edward.
It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but, you got to have fun. Okay, so, yeah, I just didn't like the wig. That was me. What about you? Like, is there anything you didn't like about the remake?
I mean, yeah, like I said, it was just Edward's character design was so poor. It made it hard to, like, want to root for him, even though he's the main character.
Yeah.
Like, he's a beloved character, and it felt so overacted and so bad that, like, I couldn't relate and want to, like, root for him.
I know. Well, I mean, I also thought, okay, so I'm kind of fast forwarding to the end because I don't like to be a negative person and kind of pick apart someone's creation, even if it kind of flopped. The very ending, when you had all these philosopher's stones going into these, what would you call
them?
The
homunculi?
Yeah, the homunculi? Is that how you pronounce it? Homunculi? Man, you're good at this. So, homunculi, they were single-eyed kind of monsters, just barely walking. I don't know. There's a lot of CGI there. Like, it did not look real at all. Like a lot of the CGI from the creation actually looked pretty on point, but those guys did not look the part at all.
You know, one positive thing I can't say about character design is, you know, Les titties looked pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Yeah, my friend is a titty guy. So, anyways, that's what I have to say about Fullmetal Alchemist, the live-action adaptation. I know there's a bunch out there that you can watch. You know, you got Bleach is one of them. Death Note, is that it?
Yeah, Death Note's got one on Netflix.
Death Note. What else? There's another one.
Well, I mean, you got the big American studio one of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, which wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed that one.
If we ever want to be those negative guys, we can always do a Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. So, all right, so we're going to kind of end it there. If you guys liked us talking about the live-action adaptations, feel free to comment. Give us any kind of suggestions on some of the things that you guys would want to hear about. We're more than happy to actually introduce it into our episodes and our podcast. Another thing is this podcast / YouTube channel, I want it to be as much fan-based as possible. I want to get you guys involved in a lot of what we have going on. So feel free to speak out. My email is on my YouTube channel, which is Clutch Anime. My email is actually clutch dot is spelled out DOT anime @gmail.com. You can email me too as well. Just let us know what your thoughts are. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for listening. And if you, have any questions, feel free to reach out. James, any last things to say?
You know, we're always taking suggestions for what to review next and talk about, and you know, this also covers video games too, so, you know, just drop those comments below on what you want us to talk about.
It does, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank you for listening to Clutch Anime, and, have a good one. Bye.